What's going on, guys? Welcome to the video. Today I'm just going to do exactly what it says in the title, get a real breakdown on how much it costs to build a D-Series engine up to where I've built it and turbo it up to where I've done so far. So I'm doing some screen recording here, and I'm just going to mix and match between views here, and I'll probably try and throw in some videos of the car as well to keep it a little more interesting. Starting from the top, I broke this down into stages. Basically stage one was building the motor, getting the car running, which is kind of how I did it in my videos. Stage two, turboing the car is on about 8 pounds, and then stage three I just threw kind of the last two videos together of 18 psi plus. So starting off the top, the Chromatic head gasket was $84. I had to use that because I have a JDM D15B, which has a shorter stroke. So I used standard length D16 rods and Vitara pistons because they're shorter. Usually that results in lower compression on a D16, but since I have a D15, it comes out to about the same as a standard length, or the custom length rods on the Vitara piston on a D16. So I needed the Chromatic head gasket because I went a little bit thicker because I needed that extra room. King bearings, nothing special there. Block guard, nothing special there. Gaskets, timing belt. This was kind of all refreshing the engine. And head studs were $113. Can't really go any cheaper on that. And then the pistons, $100. Rod bearings, I went with the King Racing rod bearings and just the regular street bearings for the mains. No particular reason other than I think I just had more money to blow whenever I bought the rod bearings. The rods are Speed Factory, like I said, standard length D16 rods. I did have to notch the block and the girdle a little bit. Valve springs, I went with Skunk 2 valve springs and retainers. Machine shop, $180. I had them basically dingle ball hone the cylinders and deck both the surfaces. So the YCP pistons are just the standard bore 75mm, so I didn't have them bore the cylinders out at all. Let's go to Marlboro 450. The injectors are decapped, hunter tuned flex fuel injectors. To clear up some confusion on that, saying that they are the flex fuel decaps does not mean that they are the only ones that are E85 compatible. The standard truck decaps are also E85 compatible. The flex just flow about 200cc more, and they're only $25 more on his website. So I figured for 25 bucks I'll take the extra 200cc. I put this fuel pressure regulator in here for 50 bucks. I actually don't have it on the car right now, but I probably need to. I'm basically running out of injector at 26 pounds right now. I'm at like 95%. S300, I got it for $600 on eBay like 7 years ago. There are cheaper options like Honda Tuning Suite on either a chipped ECU or a real-time board. It's only like 200 bucks. The only reason I went with S300 is because I already had it. But I still went ahead and put it in here because you would have to buy it, obviously, to recreate my car. Engine mount, $61, just eBay special. Clutch and flywheel, same deal. 140 bucks for a stage 4 clutch max, and it's holding great. It's kind of chattery, a little bit difficult to drive, but it holds the power great. So that puts us at $2,462. That's basically what I was in it whenever I started it for the first time in my garage and put the wheels and tires off my Integra and drove it around. The clutch is aggressive. Alright, we got second gear. Let's get the data logger going and then I'll give you a pull. Alright, we're recording. So then we get to stage 2, and I'll go over some of the turbo kit stuff, but basically I have have over here, the turbo kit, all said and done, I paid $605.33 for, and that's all new stuff off of eBay, all replica items, nothing name brand, of course, because we're on a budget here. A lot of this stuff I'll just skimp over because it's not really important. Intercooler kit came with a blow-off valve and honestly bolted right up. I just had to cut one pipe a little bit shorter, so that was a pretty good deal. Wastegate, I went with Speed Daddy. Hunter Toon says that he has a lot of luck with those, and I've had zero issues with it so far. It actually works great. GT3582, the large turbo for a D15, but it actually lights off pretty good now with the 4-port. I can make over 20 pounds by 5,000 RPMs easily. I mean, I can get my boost cut 28 pounds at 5,000 RPMs if I want to, but really there's not a whole lot. Maybe makes like 4 or 5 pounds up to about 4,800. It's about 5,000 is when it really starts to light off. So, oil feed. I did have to get a fitting for the oil feed. The one that I got, with the 3582, it's not the 2-bolt. With the fitting off the top, it's a screw fitting that actually goes into the turbo and then converts, I think it's like 7/16 to 4A in. And I did do a restrictor on a journal bearing just because I don't really trust the seals in the eBay turbo. And so far it's working great. I don't know, everyone says don't put a restrictor on a journal bearing turbo, but I've got 3,500 miles or so on it and it's still working great and boosting 26 pounds. So the only other real expensive item here, the AEM Uego. It's pretty important to have an AFR gauge. If you don't know what your air fuels are, and you're probably gonna blow it up, especially turboed. I mean, I drove it around without. I think I put the AEM Uego on it before I even turboed it, but I put that in here because you can drive it around on a base map with no AFR gauge as long as you're not just constantly ripping on it. But if you're trying to make boost, you gotta have an AFR gauge. So that was 820 bucks for all that stuff, and that basically got me to 8 pounds. Had a blast. The car is on the 85. I don't know what kind of power it was making. It wouldn't even spin second on 8 pounds. It would spin first, wouldn't spin second on crappy street tires, so whatever that's worth. Gate spring. Make a little tug here. Get the data logger going. Stage 3 here is what we're calling it. Obviously I want to turn the boost up, so I had to get a 4-bar map to read the higher boost. So that was $99, and then I put another spring in it and made 18 pounds. And that was a lot of fun. Spun the tires in second then, wouldn't spin third. Felt pretty fast. The extra spring pressure helped spool the turbo faster just because it wasn't cracking the wastegate as soon. But then I obviously wanted to turn it up from there. There's kind of two options. You can either go with a manual boost controller or an electronic boost controller. I wanted to go the electronic route and have the full tunability just because I wanted to be able to tune it. It's interesting to me. It was the first car I've ever tuned, so I got a Mac 4-port for $47.27. I actually think I paid more for that than what I posted here, but whenever I looked it up on Amazon, that's how much it is right now. So got that, and the PWM component kit from HA Motorsports, which was $15.90. So for both of those, you're in at what, $63, $64. Just a Honda 4-port is $99, and I don't understand why Honda charges that much for that, and then they charge another like 35 or 50 bucks for the component kit, when you can go the route that I went, it works the exact same. It's all the same stuff. It's just like $100 cheaper. So that was $162.17. And so now we're up to where we're at now. We're sitting at about 26 pounds in third and fourth gear, and knocks the tires off in third gear. It's a lot of fun. Pretty fast, I would say. I don't know what kind of horsepower it's making. It's obviously not been on a dyno. I've just been street tuning it. Total cost on the build came out to $3,443.54. Not a bad price, I think, performance per dollar wise. I lucked out, got the car for free, and already had the engine in it. That was a big cost savings, is building the engine that your car has in it already. If you can find a D16 Z6 car and start there, you're already way ahead of the game as far as going built motor and turbo. So I guess now all I really need, or all I want to do past this, and I should have already done a catch can, but I need to do a catch can. I need to do a front traction bar, because I can tell when the tires are starting to lose grip, you can almost feel the front end shifting back and forth through with the open diff and no traction bar. So do that. And I want to get a pair of drag radials for the front, obviously, and then go drag racing. So with that being said, subscribe if you want to see some drag racing. And I will continue to update this list if you guys want. Drop a comment down below if you've done it for cheaper, or if you think I did something wrong, or I don't know, whatever. Another thing, I really enjoy helping people with their projects and kind of helping them plan stuff out, how much stuff costs. I have a little bit of knowledge on it. I'm not super knowledgeable, but I have done it. I've built the car. So if you have any questions, just hit me up on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram handles in the description. Hit me up on that. Other than that, I think this video has been a lot shorter than I thought it would be, but if you enjoyed the video, if this information was at all helpful for you, please subscribe, please like the video, and peace.